What's going on YouTube? Snakebite here, and today we're going to be talking about armor coding. Basically, they put out this new blog post that has erupted in the Halo scene. I don't know if erupted would be the right word, because I've seen a couple videos about it, and I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter. So I don't want to say erupted as if it's this massive, huge, big deal. It is to a lot of people, but you get what I mean. So basically, we're just going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about what it is, how other people feel, how I feel, and then hopefully by the end of the video, you kind of come up with your own thoughts and you share down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's jump into the video and explain what armor coding is. All right. So basically, throughout all of Halo, I'm going to just reference this as if most of you probably know this. Throughout every single Halo game, at least off the top of my head, every single Halo game, I've been playing since CE, so I think it's safe to say every Halo game, but every Halo game. You've been able to pick your Spartan's colors, aka like when you go into an FFA, you could be red for your primary and your secondary is whatever, blue and yellow, and you hopefully get what I'm referencing. That is, I think, or we think, I guess as the Halo community whole, is being taken away. Essentially, what I think there's a lot of information in this article which will be which will be posted down in the description below, so you can go ahead and read it through. I'm not gonna go and read everything. I don't want to make this hopefully a super long video. I just want to give my thoughts on it. But basically, I think that Halo Infinite is transitioning into just kind of a default layer or default skins, like you see in a lot of other games, and then the armor and I guess weapon skins as well, which is referenced in here, is going to be unlockable and redeemable. So I don't know what your Spartan will be looking like at the start of Halo Infinite, obviously, but ideally what they're going to be doing, they mention it through this Redshift armor coding, is clearly seen the battle and looks absolutely phenomenal. It can be securely purchased, or can be secured by purchasing any Halo or Xbox merchandise at GameStop from November 9th to 13th. So essentially, if you want to rock this armor here, you go and you buy something Halo or Xbox related at GameStop, and then you can redeem it into Halo Infinite. I assume that there will be in-game unlocks as well, like most games. Now, people, like I mentioned, are really upset about this because obviously I think everyone has known one system or one way for so long. There are people who have been playing Halo for, since CE. What was CE's? I'm trying to think off the top of my head what CE's release date was, like 2003 or something. Scratch that, it was 2001. I just did a Google search to make sure I knew it. I did play it at the start, but I was 6 years old, so forgive me. So yeah, basically everyone has known one single way, one system, one idea that goes with Halo, and I definitely sympathize with people in the fact that it's something new, it's something different. People feel like this thing that they've known is being taken away. I'm going to be honest about my opinion, and hopefully people can understand or relate, or if you feel different, that's okay too. My kind of stance on it is that I don't really mind. I've been playing Halo since the start, but realistically, Halo Infinite is a whole new game. The whole free-to-play feature. There's just so much stuff that's going to be different about this game in particular. I do sympathize and understand where people are coming from, where it's something new that some people might not be excited about, or maybe you just don't know how to feel about it. But realistically, I don't mind it, because with every game, something new comes. When I remember playing Halo CE and going to Halo 2, and all of a sudden the pistol was just complete. The pistol, aka the starting weapon for, at least for competitive for me, AR and the pistol, right, for CE, taken away, and you get the battle rifle, and then the BR in H2 was completely different to the BR in H3, and then all of a sudden H2 had button combos and super bounces, but then none of that's in H3. So I get where people are coming from, and it's definitely a different kind of transition, but I don't know. I just am kind of sitting here like, of all the things that I feel like people get upset about, it's definitely a little bit interesting to me that this has been such a giant topic, because with a free-to-play game, I'm a little surprised to see like the color system just straight up taken out completely. But I'm not shocked to see this, the redeemable and purchasable and in-game unlock side of Halo Infinite. Because let's be real, we all assumed, most of us assumed, I shouldn't say we all, but most of us assumed it was going to be a thing in Halo Infinite with a free-to-play game, right? They mention it in the article. Obviously, it'll be down in the description below for everyone else to read. But it kind of gives you. I feel like this article gives you an idea of where things are kind of going. You have the Redshift armor by purchasing Halo or Xbox merchandise at GameStop. The coding system is explained here. Obviously, it talks about some of the companies that they work with that will have redeemable codes. It even says "and more" for fans around the world. I believe this is the Monster Energy weapon skin. I think there's a pistol version. Ayo, if you can find that, put it somewhere here. Is there a pistol version? We'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can find it. But yeah, so I think that it's kind of been pointed to this direction of a lot of in-game content, a lot of in-game content, a lot of redeemables, a lot of unlocks. I don't know. I don't know how to keep explaining it, but essentially you get what I mean. The color system is taken away. A lot of people are upset about it. Overall, my specific viewpoint is not that I'm okay with it, but I'm just not shocked, and I'm not super, as a Halo player from the beginning, I'm just not super blown away or like mad about it, because realistically, for me at least, with every game there's something else. There's something different about every single game. I think it's a little selfish of me, probably. Being realistic, it probably is a little selfish of me, because as a competitor, I worry way more about the gameplay stuff. I'm more worried about what the starting weapon will be for competitive play than I am the armor unlock of it. But at the same time, I do think, as a Halo player for so many years, from really the beginning of Halo's life cycle, I think that it's safe to give my opinion somewhat, because it's not as if I'm just a pure competitor. I grew up, the Halo was not the first video game I ever played, but competitively. And really, Halo was the first game that I absolutely loved. It took over my life, and it wasn't just from a competitive standpoint, but from just I have so many great memories of just like playing campaign with my cousin, and like landing Halo 1. There's so many different things to Halo that has changed my life and really changed the way I view video games in general. Now, the thing that I do see a lot is whether this is a step forward or a step backward, and ideally for me, it's kind of neither. For me, this is something that has been done through multiple games and through a lot of games, I guess. I don't view it as a step forward or a step backward. I'm just one of those people that I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to wait for the game to come out and then judge how I feel based on that. Because ideally, making a decision on whether it's a step forward or backward is a little bit silly to me, considering it's a new game, and you gotta wait. For me, you gotta wait to see it to really judge super hard. It's been done before. It's definitely new to Halo, obviously, so I get where people are upset about it. But again, I'm sure there's a lot of people that I don't want to say saw it again. I don't want to say saw it coming, because I was definitely surprised to see that there's no color customization. It's all just through armor, but I was expecting armor unlocks to be a thing and whatnot. So I guess on that side of it, I'm not shocked. But I guess everyone is going to feel differently, because if you've been a true Halo fan for a long time, maybe you feel a certain way about how your Spartan is, your Spartan's appearance through all the years that you've been playing. I'm really curious to know what you all think. Obviously, there's been a really big uproar in the community about it. As a competitor, like I mentioned, I think I'm a little selfish in saying that I don't mind, but I would really love to know what everyone in the comment section thinks about it. Is it something that hurts you a little bit? Is it something you don't care about? How do you feel about it realistically? I know a lot of people, like I was streaming it today when this topic came up, and a lot of people just said, they're just worried about the gameplay. They're cool with unlocks and all that stuff, especially again for a free-to-play game. But I'm curious to just kind of, I always do this with my YouTube videos. I love seeing the opinion of as many people as I can, and just seeing how people feel about all the news that comes when we actually get it. So let me know in the comment section. Again, you know, are you upset about it? Do you not care? Are you more worried about the gameplay side of it? Obviously, you know, we're sitting here on October 23rd. This is when this video is being recorded. And we haven't seen much on the gameplay side of it, which is obviously concerning to me. The armor and weapon skin side, I'm not for it. I'm not against it. Again, a little bit of a weird shift. I would love to know a little bit more of the reasoning of the change, I guess. But again, any news is okay by me, I guess, and I just want to get closer and closer to the game. So definitely let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope I don't step on any toes with this video. I'm not trying to act as though other people's opinions don't matter or anything like that. So if you've gotten here and you're outraged and you're gonna freak out at me, like, I promise that's not what I'm saying, because I definitely understand. You know, if you've been a Halo player for a really long time, I 100% understand. I 100% understand where you're coming from. Speaking is hard sometimes. I understand where everyone is coming from with it. I always tend to lean on the side of wanting to see the game before I judge super hard. So it's definitely tough seeing loads of comments about, like, you know, forward progression, backward progression. But nonetheless, an update has been made, and all we can do is kind of reflect how we feel about it and go from there. So I hope you all have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this video made sense. I just kind of always go into it and speak from the heart and try not to overthink it too much. So appreciate y'all watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm going to be replying to pretty much everyone. So thank you. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.